So we're not gonna be in here at all. After that, we have Brad Ward. Brad is Vice President of Realtor Political Action Committee. How many agents do we have in the room? Your hand. Not many. Okay. Okay. Sam. All right. As long as we're licensed, you know. As long as we're licensed. So Brad and RPAC, these guys go around and they fight for home ownership. They fight to keep local laws from infringing on that, state laws from infringing on that. They're basically your lobbyists for home ownership and for agents in general. Okay, so they will tell you the bills that are getting close to passing that are really scary, and the ones that are going to make your life easier. So pay attention. Christmas parties after that, same thing. I don't think we're going to have any contests or anything like that. Probably just our normal 50-50. But everybody's invited. If you want to bring a friend, the whole place is going to be open, and it'll be a long night as usual. Duggan event is January now. You know, people get so damn important, and you know, they look down on us little people. But that's a scoop. We do have tickets left. I think there's like 12 or 15 tickets. FYI. If you're interested, just pop something on the secret communication, not secret communication, on the Macomb Insiders page, or ask tonight. We'll give you guys the link. Okay. All right. This is the Monzo market temperature. You guys all took a survey when you came in. Who did not fill out the survey at the very end on the right when you signed in? Anybody? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 6.
I don't know how to.
All right. Normally half the damn room doesn't do it, so we're getting better. As time goes. Victor, did you do it?
Yes.
Thank you, Victor.
7. Yes.
All right, so you guys, you're our local investors. You are intelligent people. You are affluent people. You are people with your finger on the pulse that know what's going on with real estate, and we want your opinion. That's why we're asking, and we want to provide that education back to you in the masses, right? Phone a friend time. That's what we do here, okay? So let's see where we're at. Are we going up or down?
6.
6.1. How many marbles are in the jar? I get it. Okay. So 6.1. Good stuff. And then last month we were at...
Actually at 5.6.
Okay, so we're ticked up.
Yeah, we ticked up.
We ticked up. That's good. So now we're back to like maybe April's optimism. Okay. So anytime we're moving in the right direction, I like it. Let's go. All right. These numbers are not what you just see in MLS, guys. These are numbers that we create ourselves by crunching data. You get this information way before anybody else does. This isn't just click and print. So if you have any questions, by the way, please raise your hand, and I'll get to you. I know. All right. So huge reduction in the amount of new listings. This is Macomb County. Huge reduction in the amount of new listings. We're down 9%. 1st July. That's a big move. That's a huge move. All right, so what do we attribute that to? People getting sick of hearing their friends that are trying to sell their house not sell their houses, knowing that interest rates were high. Remember, this is August, not now. Okay, the 9% is very premature for the market to drop that much and have that inventory go down. Okay. Ironic thing, pending sales kind of flat, right? Went up 2.5%. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Pretty normal for the season. Closed sales too, pretty flat. Okay, at 979 versus 994 in July. But look at that money. That's more of a October number. To be moving 20% is pretty dramatic. I mean, yes, it's 5 days extra on the market. Doesn't sound like a lot. But to move 21% in 1 month, this is just month over month. This isn't, versus last year. That's a pretty big number. Okay. And then, I wouldn't say Glen news. Last month we were flat. August we're flat as well. This is not crazy that homes are not appreciating in August. July for it not to move is kind of a surprise. But August to be flat is kind of normal. Back to school, a lot of people leave the market, so this is not alarming. And then your months of inventory, still at 2.3. By next month, market prediction, without taking a vote, it's going to go up again. And why do I say that? We got 1,423 new listings, even though we're down 9%. We only pended 1,053 of them. So we got, almost 400 properties that we're adding to our inventory.
I think that interest rate cut might help
I mean,
the sales.
we'll get to it, So,
Well, right now, there's more options for investors to buy right now, right? So
yeah, I mean, depending on how they're doing it. Let's go. Any other questions on Macomb, guys? No? All right, Oakland County. Let's dive in. Wow. So Macomb's down 9%. New listings in Oakland are down 13%. Again, out of the ordinary, very, very aggressive reduction in new inventory. Pending sales, we were down a lot in July in Oakland, and now we're down a lot in August. So what's the number, guys? We add inventory here at 2,100 listings, even dropping 1,300%. You got 1,511 closed property or pending properties. You're still adding a ton of inventory, almost 500 in each one of the counties. Days on market was not as affected in Oakland County, 22 versus 24. So a small uptick there. And the sales price, Oakland County was not affected like Macomb. Macomb was flat in August. Macomb was up a smidge in July. But here we are, Oakland made 2% in July and you made 4% in August. That really stands out. That's a big move for Oakland to be appreciating at that level. And typically, either Macomb is forecasting what's going to happen in Oakland, or Oakland's forecasting what's going to happen in Macomb. You never know until it's next month, but I promise you, one of them, they're going to catch up. Okay? They're going to catch up.
Sales prices for Oakland and Macomb are almost the same.
It's higher. Yeah, 100 grand, But either way, it's still moving in a positive direction. Where Macomb is, I don't want to say being left behind, it might just be trailing. We've had a lot of appreciation. We've had huge moves, guys. And every time we think interest rates are too high or the runway is over and you better get off the damn ground, we've been moving in a positive direction. So even if we lose, it seems it turns things around within the next month or two. Month supply of inventory is flat again, but I promise you next month it's going to move as well. Any questions on Oakland?
How many homes total are there for sale in Oakland County?
That is a great question, Ken.
What is the great answer?
Who can I send to go look by the end of the meeting? LA volunteers? No, we'll put our research department on it for you. Okay. Seriously, it's not going to take that long to figure out how many active homes there are in Oakland County. All right. What else do we got? Go ahead.
Yeah, we always compare a new listing to pending sale, and we say.
What are you, French or something?
What?
What are you, French?
Oui, oui.
Yes, sir.
I knew that, guys. I'm not that rude, okay?
Now, inventory does not move that much, but every month we say new listing is higher, pending sale is, and we're gonna have to inventory. I think we are missing one indicator. Within the new listing, some are giving up. They are pulling off the properties. So I'm not sure it's accurate to compare the two because inventory remain. This month inventory dropped, even though we added some property. If we compare new listing to pending sales, so
right.
How come the inventory is dropping so far? So
we've been adding inventory. We've been adding inventory for probably about 5 months, I would say, continuously.
Yeah.
It's been moving. It hasn't been rapid, but we've been adding. Now, what you're talking about is people that don't sell their homes, and this is the time of year where that happens. Okay, people get discouraged. Typically, come by end of October, you have a huge drop in listings. Okay, you see, a drop of 13 or 20% of the active properties on the MLS because they don't care anymore. They feel like they missed the season, right? Baseball's over, moving on, and they wait till next year. So that happens, but I'm not. That's not going to make up for everything, all right? And we still have the average days on market. So if we're on the market for an average of 24 days or 29 days in Macomb, those numbers would be way longer if those homes weren't selling. So the inventory that's on the market right now that is priced correctly or corrects their prices within a reasonable amount of time sells. All right. If our average days on market was 90 days or 120 days, I would agree with you. But the homes that are being listed right now sell. So you can take credit.
I already had it all the time. 3604.
Why is he always trying to steal your spotlight, bro? Where did you come from? Not even in the research department, sir. So 3,600, you said, right?
3604.
3,604 homes are currently active in Oakland County. It's a lot.
So according to your figures,
Yeah.
in July,
Yeah.
there were 900 new listings that added to that figure, and this month there are 500.
Correct.
So of those 3,600 listings, 1,500 or so came in the last 2 months.
Yeah, but then go back to, again, days on market. 24 days. And by days on market, remember what days on market is. That's not closed and done. Days on market is pending, okay? It's not closed. So you typically have to have another 30 days on there, is I would say is the norm.
I have a question.
What do you got?
You got some left over in July.
Yep.
Adding that to the new listings number?
No.
Okay, then what you guys just said is not correct. Okay? Those new listings are truly new listings.
These are new listings.
With 500 left over from the previous month.
Yes and no.
And 900 left over from this month from your numbers, right?
Well, you can look and
Well,
see.
it's
And
900 total.
Yeah,
Yeah,
900. 900. And then over here, you're looking at, 400 roughly.
All right, so those are
so
not being
1,400.
added to the new listings. Those
Right.
are old listings.
Correct.
Great.
But with that being said, I'll take another step because this is a teaching moment or a learning moment, whatever the hell you want to call it. So in real estate, to your point, some people take their houses off the market. Also, some people take their houses off the market. Just kidding, put it back on the market. All right? So a little cheat code. Oh, I'm recording now. Cool. Stupid. So you take the property off the market for 30 days, 31 days, and then an agent can relist that property, or a different realtor can relist that property, okay? And it counts as a new listing again.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not sitting in the
So that
So
I hope that explains what the anomaly that you're talking about.
we are missing something. We are missing. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Kayla, what's up?
Does that include expired listings that aren't like gone?
So if a listing expires, and again, I'm talking, Ken puts his property up on the market, and I don't know what how many agents do a contract of a year? Okay. Lowest is probably 6 months. It's typically the lowest anybody will do, which I would not recommend, but typically that's the lowest. So you do a listing for 6 months, and then it expires, and then they relist it with that same agent right away. It doesn't go here. It would have to be a completely new agent, or it would have to be at that 30-day rule. All right. Any other questions? No? Okay. Now we're moving on to the beautiful city of Detroit. All right?
Yeah.
Detroit always throws us for a loop. It always throws us for a loop because it never matches Oakland and Macomb. And again, guys, not Oakland County. We only do the city of Detroit, or not Wayne County. We only do the city of Detroit. Anybody else that wants information on Wayne, you have to figure it out yourself. New listings, 1,200. You got a 5% increase, where the other ones dropped significantly. There's Detroit as usual, always bucking the trend. Pending sales flat, fine. Closed sales You got an 8% jump. Again, not a huge number. Percentage-wise, yes, but very similar. Days on market ticked up. Very minor, extremely minor. Because you guys realize that Detroit's 49 days on market. Anybody remember what Macomb was?
29.
Both Oakland and Macomb are right at that, under that 30 mark, okay? So substantially longer to sell a property in the state of Detroit than it is in the suburbs around the area. Average sales price, large drop. That's a very large drop percentage-wise, but again, 47,000 in July, or 147,000 in July, $140,000 now. So percentage-wise, it looks like a huge drop, but at a glance, it doesn't seem like that much. And then the month supply of inventory. I haven't seen it this high. I don't. 7 years, maybe 8 years. It's been a long time since I've seen it this high. So 5.9 months of inventory Detroit currently has on the books, which is a lot. Okay. Now the housing stock is a hell of a lot better than it used to be. These homes that are on the market, I would say, maybe 30% of them are distressed, where it used to be the other way. So it makes them a little bit easier to sell and to maintain these numbers. But 5.9 months of inventory is by far a buyer's market. Okay, we were flirting last month. We had this conversation. Buyer's market, 5.5 months. To jump into 5.9 months is a big jump. Do we think that we're going to continue in this trend going into the winter? It depends if people pull their houses off the market or not. Okay? Now, in the suburbs, we saw those listings prematurely already dropping, those new listings prematurely already dropping. We don't see that in the city. So I guarantee this here is flippers and people that are still aggressively investing in the city. This is not homeowners. Okay?
So Eric,
Yeah.
you're saying that the houses are in the market for 5.9 months, sitting there before the sale.
Okay, yeah, dude. 5.9 months of inventory means if we stop, if I said, guys, we're here to sell houses, but I changed my mind, I don't want to sell any of your houses anymore. So the whole real estate industry is shutting down, and we only have what we have now. In 5.9 months, there wouldn't be a house to sell. So the inventory would be completely complete. All right, but still, it's a big number. It's a big number. You start crossing, as soon as you cross the 5, you start getting a little worried. And check this out. That's a big reflection right there. That's why you see this. Okay? Because again, buyers can negotiate at a higher amount. And
Lower.
yeah, lower. But we're going into colder weather. Here comes the fall. You think this is going to go up or go down? If inventory stays in this trajectory, it's going to go down more. If inventory keeps building, for sure. All right. Any more questions? Nope. That's it. All right. That's a recap. Jesus, it's a long one. All right. New inventory substantially down, and supply will continue to increase. That's demo, guys. That's what we're looking at. Overall market confidence has dipped slightly, down to 71.4. Buyer sentiment is improved. 28% says it's a good time to buy. 28% say it's a good time to buy, and that's an improvement.
Yeah.
It's not a lot, guys. Selling sentiment dropped. 58% say it's a good time to sell. Why do people think it's a good time to sell?
Higher prices.
Because they think exactly higher prices. They think things are going to go another direction, and it's over 50%, which is meaningful. Here's the big one. This is what Sam was alluding to earlier, and he kind of jump ahead of us. Mortgage rate optimism is rising. I wonder why. As of today, lowest rate in 3 years. Today, right now. No more excuses, no more bullshit from the agents. Oh, it's so hard, rates are so high. New narrative, turn the page on the book. Yeah, so we went from 6.8% interest rates, 6.7% interest rate to 6% in the last 30 days. talk about percentage changes. That's huge. It's a big deal. So your rates are low again. And if you have amazing credit, right, and you have a huge down payment, what are we looking at, gentlemen?
Easily.
Mortgage row? Huh?
Easily high fives.
Okay.
But you're talking fives, right? It's even lower. All right. Job security. Saw another statistic that's not on here. Michigan is one of the top 4 highest unemployment states. I think, somebody please correct me if I'm wrong. I think we're at 5.2%. You see that? No? But top 4. Top 4, guys, which is not a great place to be. Rent's expected to rise 4.9%. It's huge.
$50 and $2 grand.
I mean, what are we talking about inflation? 0.7, 0.6, maybe a little higher, right? So smidge. Home price is expected to rise. 1.4%. These numbers change, guys. They change every damn month. So nothing is ever in stone. But that's the updates. That's what the economists say, and you know, I tell you when I see something that I think is way out of line. But if rates stay down substantially or they continue to drop, is this number going to change? Hell yeah, it's going to change. Right? Of course, it's going to change. But I'm not holding my breath. Let's bring it some more. Okay. Here's my take. Overall, we'll have a very strong fall market because of the rates and new inventory. So as inventory grows, people find what?
It was not me.
See, it's either you or somebody buying you. You told her. Eric doesn't really care. It's not a big deal. Eric doesn't really care. Okay? But in all seriousness, that new inventory, and I said this the last 3 meetings in a row, and I'm going to keep saying it until people kind of grasp it. Every listing that we have is another item on the shelf as realtors. So the more items on the shelf we have, the more things that we can sell. And so as inventory goes up, it supplies, it finally fulfills the demand that people have been looking for so damn long. All right? As long as we can do both. Have that new inventory and keep the rates low, we're going to be in a pretty good spot. So, without further ado, please give a round of applause for Angela, President of Warren City Council. Thanks for being here to speak and talk to you guys about Warren, as us affluent people say.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. This is super interesting. Thanks for sharing all of that. So my name is Angela Rogensues. I am City Council President in Warren. I am a Warren resident. Have been in Warren about 13 years now. Born and raised in Macomb County. Lived in California and Chicago, and then came back home. I will sprinkle in probably some more interesting facts about me, but you can go into the next slide.
Down the bottom, bro. On the right one. There you go.
It's just loading.
We adopted him. It's fine.
You can keep going. Next one. Perfect, thank you. So a lot of folks maybe don't know this, but the city of Warren is the 3rd largest city in Michigan. We have over 137,000 folks. We're considered a strong mayor, strong council form of government. Our charter was adopted similarly to the city of Detroit's. So a lot of their ordinances and such are modeled after, or the city of Warren is modeled after their charter. For those of you who've been around for a while, you know that Jim Fouts was our mayor. In a post-Jim Fouts era, the city is all run by elected women.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so city treasurer, city clerk, city mayor, I'm council president, vice president, and secretary are all women. Yeah, so watch out. You don't want a Jim Fouts type of in office because the women will come for you.
Is that a bad thing?
Yeah, no, it's not. So we have, and we did elect this last election our first woman mayor and our first person of color. We have the first Black woman on city council. Advancement, yeah, great for historically sundown city to start moving forward.
What is this? Excuse me. What is historically sundown?
Like folks of color do not cross over into Warren.
We're talking every day.
Yeah. It is the thing, yeah.
Okay, that's a good news.
Yep, at-large seats, we have 2 at-large seats and 5 district. We have 7 city council folks. Our mayor has veto power, so we are set up similar to the state or federal government where the administrator, which is the mayor, truly is the actual executive of the city. We have city elections in 2027. We're all on 4-year terms. Thank you. We have a AA bond rating. So Warren is in the news a lot for a lot of crazy things, but we also have a really fantastic balance sheet, and there's a lot of really amazing things happening in our city. GM and Stellantis are our largest taxpayers. We are 40% minority with a large Black and Asian population, which has also historically not been the case. We are 34 square miles, and we have 5 school districts. Our kids go to 5 different school districts in the city of Warren. It's a lot. Yep. Too many. So some highlights from 2024. So folks may have missed this, but we formed our first ever partnership with the city of Sterling Heights. It's called the Arsenal Alliance. We have the largest military installations really in the state of Michigan. TACOM and TARDEC are in Warren. Sterling Heights has a number of suppliers. We want to attract more jobs and more taxpayers to the city of Warren and Sterling Heights. So we want Department of Defense contracts. We want folks coming and producing and particularly co-oping the automotive innovation and using that in the military. So we both have committed $250,000, so $500,000 each, to hire someone to specifically go to DC and to be at the table in Lansing to make sure that when there is a conversation happening around military contracts and business, that Warren and Sterling Heights are at the forefront of that conversation. We're really tired of being left out of the conversation, so we decided we are going to do something ourselves. We are building the largest skate park in the state of Michigan. It's going to be on Mon Road. We assume it will be an attraction for folks from all over the state of Michigan. I don't know this for a fact, but someone had said it's going to be the largest one in the country. I would need to fact check that, but it is definitely the largest one in Michigan. So interesting, there's already a skate shop and some other folks building some business development along that corridor because there's going to be folks coming in from out of town. We created a land bank authority. So similar to the city of Detroit, we created a land bank. We've appointed members from city council and folks from the community to serve on the land bank. We have over 250 vacant parcels, mostly infill, that we want to figure out how to bundle and sell to developers to build in the city. We're also looking at community gardens and other very strategic investments that we can be making to make property more attractable and more folks to stay in the city for a long period of time.
So how we can find out more about land bank?
So I am not the city council person that's appointed to that, the land bank. So I would go on the city's website. The land bank meets every month, like at 3 o'clock on Tuesday, and they're open meetings. So you can go and sit and listen to what they're talking about and what they're doing. And that would give you the best sense of what's actually happening in the land bank. You also can watch Mitten, which is if you're looking to be a vendor to the land bank, whatever RFP we have would be posted to Mitten, which is the state bidding platform. And then, if you can't make the meetings, then I would just watch. Most of the meetings are recorded and or the minutes are published. Okay, other thing that's great for the city, we built a $22 million detention basin. So Southern Macomb County has a lot of issues with flooding. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but we have a wastewater treatment facility in Warren, so we process all of our wastewater treatment. It's a huge piece of infrastructure. We just are spending $100 million on a new incinerator, which is a third of our operating budget in 1 year. So huge investment. But what that allows us to do is to control costs. So we control all of our costs on the back end from our residents and businesses, so we don't overinflate costs. And this also keeps flooding from happening because the water is stored in the detention basin before it goes to the wastewater treatment facility, and it keeps from flooding streets and basements. We have drone as first responders. Oakland County has one program. We just launched this. So the fire department has had drones for some time, but our police department just got them. So a drone will respond to something first before the police department with a car lands on the scene. Why this is important, policing has changed considerably, and we need to make sure that We're not deploying 4 cars to a situation that doesn't actually warrant 4 police cars, that the drone can send that information back to our command center and inform folks. We have a fantastic police department. It certainly has its issues, but we are really state of the art and really great. We legalized cannabis, like 5 years of litigation that was a nightmare. The green areas are where folks are approved for retail. So we allow unlimited licensing within zoning within the city. So all of these green parcels are where folks could purchase that property, or if they already owned it, they could sell retail cannabis, open a dispensary. The city of Warren also has 1/3 of the grow licenses in the state of Michigan. I don't know if folks know this, but we have a huge cannabis industry that's struggling at the moment, but hoping it rebounds.
So only in the green area they can sell?
They can sell. There's the zoning for grows and other cannabis items are different. This is for retail, like if you wanted to actually sell it. Okay, next slide. Couple of things that are coming up. I talked about the wastewater incinerator, $100 million. Again, like an important piece in that we control so much of our actual water costs where other communities don't. We passed a noxious weed ordinance. So basically if you are delinquent on your, if you own a home, just a heads up, if you own a home in the city of Warren and you don't mow the lawn regularly, within 24 hours, the city will come put a sticker on your lawn and you have 24 hours to actually mow it, or we send you a $250 bill. We're really tired of people not mowing their lawns. Not super popular, as you can imagine, but
Don't be stopping.
yeah. Also same for commercial businesses. So take care of your property. We don't want the city to look like trash. We are 2 new fire stations that we just bonded out. We have one on Shaner and we have another one on Van Dyke. We have also a, on the score of 1 to 10 of fire departments from the third-party organization that rates them, we are a 3, meaning we are a fantastic fire department. Our fire department is also EMS workers, and they do really a fantastic job in the city. Okay, next slide. Okay, next one.
So, is that for the whole city of Warren?
Say it again.
When you talk about the glass cutting policy, is that in effect for the whole
Correct,
city of Warren?
for residential and commercial. We specifically have lawn mowing crews that survey the city and go from one area to another all summer long.
So they didn't want to just concentrate on one part of the city?
No, because it was happening all over.
What's your height restriction?
I think it's 4 inches. Okay, next one. So we have a small format library coming in on Shaner and like 9 Mile. It's also going to be a multi-use facility, we're hoping. But that part of the city is very depressed and doesn't have a lot of public resources. So this will be going in, we're hoping it'll be like a library of things and a variety of other resources. Next slide. We appropriated $5 million for a down payment and home repair program. So there are stipulations around who will qualify for this program, and we're currently bidding out for someone to come and facilitate the program for us. But we'll give up to $20,000 for a large home repair or down payment assistance with priority to folks in the city of Warren that are renting, that want to move to home ownership, and or folks from out that are renting in another community who want to purchase a home in the city of Warren. We expect we'll be able to help about 177 folks.
Loans or grants?
It is a grant. You only have to pay it back if you sell before the 5-year mark, is my memory. It could be wrong, but for the most part, it's forgivable. You get to keep it. The city is allowing you to have it.
Is this for low income?
There are qualifying items for low income folks, but we also chose a higher AMI because we want to help folks who just don't have the money, that are estheticians, police officers that don't have the money for a $40,000 on a home.
So where we are to contact if you want to get that?
So we just finished the RFP process for a company to facilitate it. It has not been announced publicly, and so all of this will probably be announced in the next couple of months of qualifications, who's actually facilitating the program.
So it is only for the first time home buyer or the?
Yeah, we're following most of HUD rules, which means that a first-time home buyer, I believe you all could correct me, is what, after they've not owned a home for 5 years? 3, yeah. So we're following HUD's restrictions around and/or regulations around who is a first-time home buyer.
Let me know if you want me to throw the hecklers out.
No, it's okay. I'm an elected official in the city of Warren. They are not Bill's place to do business and to work. We're building a new court. Our court is horrible. It's also going to be a part of our town center, which is where our city hall is. I'll talk a little bit about our town center. We're hoping to have that done this term. Should also generate a lot of business development. We're hoping folks will consider looking at property in the adjacent area to build more housing, because we're hoping it will be more of a walking community. But
So 37 will go away.
yeah, so we're gonna build it behind it. They came to us more recently with a $100 million proposal. Our Downtown Development Authority has about 125, I think it's $125 million bonding capacity. And so we told them, we're not gonna bond $100 million for a courthouse that, unless you're a lawyer or you're not abiding by the law, we're gonna, bootstrap the Downtown Development Authority. So they were supposed to retool the design, so that was a little bit cheaper, but it will be a beautiful new building and will be far more functional. We're the highest volume, second highest volume court system outside of Wayne County. So we're expecting another judge to be added in the next couple of years, and there's a lot of people coming in and out of our court.
So they're going to demolish this one.
I believe so. Actually, I think they're building around it, to be honest, because they have to keep it going. And I can't remember the exact plans, but it will be a brand new building. Yeah. So this is our town center. We've been talking about a town center redevelopment for a very long time. There is a town center steering committee that apparently we had a meeting this week that went very well. We're trying to get this done under the current folks, so our current mayor and city council. And so at least getting, it won't be built by then, I don't think, but at least getting the plans approved. We all are very amenable folks, and we're trying to come to the table with the things that we think that the community needs, but also things that are going to both get 4 votes on council and get the administration on board. So we're hoping this is happening before 2027. We also bonded out a whole bunch of money for local repairs, and we're drawing down millions of dollars in the first couple of years so that local roads can be done in conjunction with water. So 90% of our local roads are failing. And so you will see a ton of new concrete in the city, not as much as we need, but a lot of new concrete on local roads specifically. Okay, next one. Okay, so just an overview of our economic and investment tools. We have a Downtown Development Authority. We have our Tax Increment Financing Authority that is from 8 to 9 Mile and Van Dyke. We're about to approve a corridor plan that will be beautification and sidewalks and a variety of other things, and we're hoping to really generate some movement in that corridor of the city. We have the Land Bank Authority. We have Brownfield, as most people do, and then the Van Dyke Corridor Plan, which is in the TIF. That is a link that I'm sure they can send out. That is the plan that we're hoping to approve in the next couple of weeks. Actually, it's going to be on the agenda next week. So. That was very fast. I'm happy to answer any questions that folks have, but tried to give you a little bit of an overview and also give you some things that are going to be, coming up. Houses aren't sold, investments aren't done in isolation, right? Like all of these things are very important in putting together, I'm sure, a deal and or an opportunity for folks. So wanted to give you at least some of the things that we're doing here.
Awesome job.
Is the city of Warren more pro home ownership versus pro landlord? Do you take a stand either way? I know like the city of Oak Park kind of pushes more home ownership, and I think they favor it.
Sure. So I would say I am a very strong independent rights person. I'm a bit of a quasi Democrat as far as like my political standing. I really believe that your property is your property and it's only your decision between the bank and you, and you should have the authority to do what you want in your own home and with your home. So the realtors have endorsed me multiple times in my campaigns. So I'm pro Airbnb, again, like as long as you're abiding by all of the city's ordinances, like noise ordinance and all of that, you should be able to do what you want. That's my position. Not everyone is of that position legislatively. Of the 7 members that are on city council, I would say our processes, as anyone who's done business in the city of Warren, are very archaic and are not business conducive. Like, they're not very easy to do business or to get an inspection or do a lot of things in the city. We have a fantastic Department of Public Service director who's really trying to work through some of those ordinances, and you have a pretty, I'd say, pro-friendly business, capitalist 7 council members that want to see folks investing in the city and doing business. I would say we have not had a great taste in our mouth of investors renting in the city of Warren. We have very high rents in the city. We also have a lot of properties that are rentals, and a lot of people do not take very good care of their rentals and or the properties. And so I think it gives a general bad taste in a lot of folks' mouth when you don't have folks doing their best to take care of their renters and also taking care of their property. Like, some of this noxious weed ordinance was not to punish the people doing the work. It's because there's a lot of people that don't mow their lawn, that rent the homes. And we're really, you have the neighbor who's been in her home for 40 years calling and saying the lawn is a foot long and it's renters or it's vacant because they're in between renters, right? And so that has been an issue. And I think the more stories folks can tell about the positivity of investing and how they're taking care of their properties, the more friendly policies you would see. Does that answer your question?
Sort of. My impression or experience has been that the rental inspection process in Warren has been somewhat punitive.
All of our inspection processes are very punitive. And our Department of Public Service director is working very hard to make it a customer service environment, not a punitive one. But it has been that culture for a while, and it is like turning a ship. So know that the leadership is working very hard at trying to change that image, but also the processes. When you come to the counter, folks should be willing to help you, not trying to figure out ways of making it more difficult for you to be doing what you're doing.
Good. Thanks.
Here and then there, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I think in reference to grass and weed, I think it was very surprising that you guys are charging $600 ticket.
I think it's $250, but it's $600 if you don't do it, if you delinquent the first time. Like, if you don't comply, we're gonna charge, I think it's up to $2,000 that we're gonna charge. Yeah, it's ridiculous. We want compliance, we don't want punitive, but know your law.
Fixes the problem though.
Yeah, here and then there.
With the new economic development and everything like that, what is the new process through the building department and inspections for investors or homeowners? How is that going to now go forward with us as investors versus big conglomerates or the government itself?
So I would say it's a work in progress. The leader of that department is very committed to figuring out ways of making it easier for people to do business in general. He oversees rental, he oversees zoning, he oversees really probably any department that you'd interface with. And he's really trying to think about ways in which he can ensure that folks are able to do more work. I don't have a specific thing, but he is committed to doing that.
Is that something that is going to be brought up in the next meeting that's going to be public, where his timeline is going to be? That's not friendly. You guys can do all you want for the city, and that's great, 1,000%. But how are we as investors or homeowners going to be able to positively enhance the community outside of just your court and your building department or your city hall?
So I would say it's years. It's going to take years in order to do that. Our zoning ordinance, I think, is 300 pages, and we're trying to revamp our zoning ordinance, right? You can't have a banner in front of your business advertising you have a sale. That's kind of silly, right? And all of these things take 4 votes from 7 people, and also take the entire department coming forward with that revision, and that's just unfortunately going to take time.
Okay, last one.
Mm-hmm.
So what makes us want to come to your city and do anything then? If it's going to take years for us to have adequate response time, why should we invest in your city?
It's a great question. One, if you're paying any attention to, I think, Hazel Park, Warren is the only place for folks to go. If you go west, right? So if I was buying properties I could sit on for a couple of years, I would be buying that at 8 Mile into Quitter, because folks are going to move in that direction. it is fantastic city services. So some of the issues that you experience in other communities or folks who are living or working in those communities, all of our sanitation is in-house. So people will call me at 5 o'clock when their garbage is usually picked up at 3 and ask me what is going on, right? It's that consistent. You can put anything out at the curb if you live in the city, and the city, you don't even have to call them. The city will just come around and send a new truck and pick it up. We have great housing stock. They're all brick ranches built in the 50s. Like, you're not going to find a whole lot of better homes that are built 50s. What is it? 50s and 20s are the best houses. Is that accurate? I don't know.
We like them all.
Yeah. Someone once told me never to buy a home that was built in the 70s because people were really cheap with building materials and the house is likely a mess. So 20s and 50s, these are all 50s brick ranches. We invest in our infrastructure and we have most of the control over our actual infrastructure, water, roads. We're not a township, right? Like, if you live in Clinton Township, you can do nothing about your local roads because the county is responsible for repairing those, and good luck with that. I'm sure Paul, if he was here, probably talked about roads ad nauseum. So there's a lot of benefits, and there's a lot of areas for improvement that I think are things that we have to continue to work on. You also have a fairly homeownership and wants to improve folks' overall experience. We know that family stabilized communities. We have 5 school districts. We want our school districts to thrive. Those are all, I think, important things. And we have a great police and fire department. And safety is the #1 concern of people who want to buy and live in communities. So that's my abbreviated sales pitch.
Very good.
Any other questions?
I guess I got it. So with the law and ordinance thing, I won't get into crazy detail, but so pretty much this is done for renters. Pretty much, they're not maintaining the property.
No, it's anyone who's not maintaining the property, commercial or residential.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna be a little more specific then. So let's say I'm a landlord and I have a lease with a gentleman, and he's supposed to maintain the property. That's in the contract. City of Warren makes you do a rental, application. They have updated information for tenants, right? Now, when they get billed, even though they're supposed to maintain the property, obviously the owner ultimately gets the violation and has to pay for it. Now, is there any way in the city, like, they know who's actually renting, because you have to give them the information? Could they ticket the tenant, because technically it would be their responsibility to begin with the contract at least?
So it would be very difficult for the city to parse through everyone's lease, which we don't actually see, to know.
Not the lease, but as every landlord, pretty much, unless it's a duplex or something, they have to maintain the property, right?
Yeah.
I just an interesting question, because they make us give the information of the tenants with the driver's license, all that fun stuff. So if they do that, why wouldn't they be able to ticket the actual tenant?
Right.
And as long as you're able to, give evidence that they were in the property and they're still in the property, I feel like they should probably be ultimately.
It may be an area that there is room, and I just don't remember.
Sure.
Off the top of my head. But I also would say add that to your lease.
Oh, it is. It's probably.
I'm saying, I would love for you all to add lawn maintenance to your leases.
They're
just
all.
do it.
Yeah.
But no, I would just do it for people.
Yeah.
We would love that, because then you wouldn't be dealing with all this. Just pass on the cost of.
Well, that's what I was saying. At that point, it's in the lease. So landlords, how many people have lawn maintenance in their leases? Would you say? I do.
We all do.
But how many people actually pay for it, or say have a company come and do it for them, and then pass that cost on to the renter? That's what I would love. That's my personal position. That's my personal position. I'm not saying it's popular one,
I recently bought a house in East Point because it was actually property. The taxes and insurance went up. So you say high rents, and then you're saying that you would rather the landlord pay for the lawn costs.
And that's not the city's position. I just want to clarify that is my position.
Right. But you said it's just like a high rent issue.
Yeah, we have some of the longest homeowner tenureship in the country in the city of Warren. If you knock on doors of voters there, you will find that most of them, or a good chunk, I shouldn't say most, a good chunk of them are original homeowners or the children of original homeowners. Like, they moved into the home in the 50s and they're in their 90s, or their children moved home to take care of them and now just stayed in the home.
So what I'm talking about is the rents.
Yeah, the rents are very high. I think because we have so many. We have like over 10,000 rentals in the city. And there's a huge turnover. It's a huge problem. People
So you don't think it's due to like high taxes and high insurance?
high taxes are a huge issue, for sure.
Okay.
We have high taxes comparatively.
Like now, I was going to rent the house, but now I'm thinking about selling it because I have to rent high. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Because of the taxes and insurance.
Well, you're on cap too, if you're an investor.
Yeah, you're not homesteaded, so your taxes are gonna be higher.
Right.
Yeah. And
So I think that's where the high rents come from.
it's part of the issue. The other issue is that it is a like very burn and turn rental market where people rent, they evict, or people leave, and it just like doesn't allow you as landlords to have any kind of stability within your renters. I would imagine that like having someone there for 2 or 3 years is the best case scenario for you all. If someone is there for 3 months and you have to evict them, and or they quit paying rent, it just creates a system that isn't conducive to people making money off of rentals.
Right.
It's also not conducive to the school district, because those kids that were living there enrolled in the school and they're paying for them, but now they're not there anymore, right? It just like destabilizes the community in general.
To go off that, so if we just, like, based on what you're saying, if one's mostly tone and one for rentals, I mean, I guess that would maybe leave room for maybe be more suitable for like short term, like Airbnbs. But from what I've known, everyone that's like said anything about it, don't do short term rentals anymore.
You can't. 30 days is the minimum. I don't agree with it, but I was outvoted. I think you should be able to do what you want with your home as long as you're abiding by the city's ordinances, which we already have a gazillion ordinances on the book to allow people to rent short-term or long-term and be compliant.
Do you see any outlook for that, maybe changing the 15 days or anything?
Not anytime soon. There's a number of folks that are like vocally in opposition, and here's what happens. You have one person ruins it for a lot of people, and you have, I'm just gonna, Betty or Shirley living in a neighborhood, they've been there for 50 years, and all of a sudden Airbnb is next door and clogging up their parking, and they consistently call their elected officials over and over again. And that Airbnb person is not a voter, but that other woman is. And so folks pay more attention, and so the sentiment in general is not great for short term.
Adam, what do you pay for a weekly grass cutting? $30?
We go bi-weekly, and it's usually about $35.
$35. So in a month, if you had 5 times 35, that's over $160. It's not easy to add that to someone's rent
Totally agree.
because you price yourself.
I own a
out.
couple businesses myself. I am pro-business and want folks to be able to do business. I'm just saying, I've walked every street in the city of Warren and knocked on every single door of a voter here in the city. And I will tell you, the grass is ridiculous. And so you're not gonna get me to move from that position, even though I understand as a business person, as an elected official and a policymaker in the city, it's not. Like, take care of your property, figure out the way.
So how do I, can I?
I know that's not a very sensitive response, but.
No,
Lawn cutting crew though?
Join.
Yeah, how do I bid that out? I'll do it for $100.
Well, how do they go about like figuring out who did it? Do you send people out, like if people?
Yeah, so we have a whole crew that basically goes, and actually Sterling Heights has the exact same ordinance, just so you all know. It's not, we adopted.
Everybody has that same
Yeah,
ordinance.
we adopted ours from the city of Sterling Heights. There is a crew that basically goes out and does a section, notices people, because they have 24 hours, puts a sticker on their door. If they're not compliant, the next day they go back around and mow that property. They move across the city full-time, and that's their whole job.
But I think the one question, they go even behind my, not only in the front, they go behind the, inside, open the door and say, your stuff is on the back side. Why they care for the way behind my property? I store my stuff and they coming and say, oh, you're still storing on the back side of the house.
No idea. I'd have to like get pictures or look at it specifically.
Because the neighbors called, that's why.
Yeah.
The neighbors called. That, or maybe you're not supposed to grow corn in your backyard. It's a whole
Yeah, it's
thing.
on my backyard.
You can't have chickens in the city of Warren. I don't know if it's.
Not yet.
I have
Not
three
yet.
chickens.
Not even if you have an
You
acre.
also said you've been the answers to that question regarding the
All right, guys.
versus the owner? You found the definitive answer, you said, I know the answer, I'd like to hear that answer.
Tenant paid. But what happened, the tenants doesn't do cleaning again, then the city call us and say, make sure your tenant take care of it.
Who gets ticketed?
But yeah, that,
Who gets
you're
billed?
not answering the
The landlord gets
question.
billed.
We don't pay,
Yeah.
they have a tenant.
How is that process? That's what we're asking.
asking.
How is that process that you get the city to say, yes, the tenant must pay?
Yeah, tenant has to, because tenant will
Yes,
go to the
but
court.
what is the process to get the city to acknowledge that the tenant must pay? That's what I'm asking.
We're gonna work on that. That's not there yet. That's not there.
The owner's gonna pay. I mean, no, you can send someone out for $35 and
Well,
save
you
yourself
made
a
it
lot of
sound
money,
like
but.
you knew how
Yeah.
to do that, that's why.
Eric's setting off a riot.
It's gonna go up.
Yes, we did. What other questions we got? Hey, no more grass stuff.
We're all gonna figure out how to make. It doesn't help.
legal grass now.
It doesn't help that I really don't have it, right? Like, it does not help that I don't have it.
Artificial grass.
Say it again?
How about putting artificial grass?
Artificial grass, there we go.
I said no more grass questions. The word grass. Move along, go outside.
Next.
Seriously, guys, what other questions do we have besides grass? Nothing? All right.
Thank you so much.
Round of applause. Thank you very much. Great job. All right, so I think we all agree. You know, actually, seriously eye-opening. Me and Adam had a conversation, and it wasn't war, and I won't name the city, but it was some houses that I've owned for probably. I'm getting old. It's been over 20 years. It was a nice block of them that I started buying, and every time a tenant would leave, we would do our turns. We'd fix up the houses. We'd make it nice. We'd do all the landscaping and throw the chips in. And the kids were in the car with me, and I'm like, "Hey, we happen to be in this area. We're normally not in this area. Let's check out some houses for the hell of it. Like some people drive up north. We're gonna drive some rental properties down, right?
How fun for the kids.
So fun. They loved it. Oh yeah, they were videoing everything. Ken would be so proud. And I'm driving by my houses, and I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
What happened?
I drove by probably 10. And then Adam got a nice phone call.
I did.
And I said, Adam, is there any reason that I own rental properties in a neighborhood that I grew up in that have the shittiest looking houses around? I was furious. I was pissed.
Crazy thing is, the inside, if you saw the inside,
Yeah.
you would totally change your mind.
Yeah, but as landlords, we tend to neglect the exterior. We tend not to think about it. It's fine. Once they go inside, they're still going to rent the property, and we put the community and we take that kind of pride, our pride, out of the equation because it's dollars and cents. And so we talked immediately after that about I want every single one of these houses painted within the next year, and we put our painter on a schedule. and We got them all painted. But my point is that just because we do the inside and we can get the rents that we want to get. Sometimes let's think a little bit more long term about the neighbors and yeah. And grass is a son of a bitch because nobody wants to take responsibility. We know it's the tenant's fault. We know the tenant should be paying for it, but the accounting in the city is bad enough. So it's just something that until you want to get rid of grass and do your artificial grass, it's going to be a problem. Okay?
I got a guy.
Got it. All right, so moving on. I'd like you to please take out your phones. Especially you, Brian Hansen.
Yeah,
You owe me a
Brian.
few.
I got you, buddy.
You guys can stand right here. If you enjoyed the meetup, if you enjoyed the meeting, please scan and give us a 4.9 star review. If you say anything about grass in it, I'm gonna find you. Do something to a different place. Okay. All right. Yes.
A couple other reasons why you should, the city of Warren, to your point, I thought a little bit more about the investment question. It is in proximity to 696 and 75. It is fantastically located, and we have a great, as I said, balance sheet and bond rating.
I'm going to say something horrible. You're going to hate it, but it's the truth. When you have very long grass,
You say grass?
that agitates other things in the community, and let's just say rodents.
Yep, rats, for sure.
And harborage and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. And so the cities fight really, really hard to get rid of that, being next to the expressway. So, not making their job easy. And if you didn't understand what I said, ask a friend. Okay, good? All right, let's go. 50-50 raffle. My poor son and his buddy have been running around trying to get you guys to buy raffle tickets. This 100% goes to families in need around the area. And we came up with some local schools, and we asked the teachers, what kids really need the help, and that's where that money goes, guys. It's not
There's
going-
a lot of
it's not going in
children
our
that need
pocket.
the help. Please donate. Thank you.
Christmas around the corner, that's what it's for. Let's go. Vendor minute. All right, start here, we'll go here. Any vendors? You got 15 seconds, guys. Go.
I have money for you. To cut the grass. I couldn't help that. I had to do it. I do have money for you.
I can take it.
You're all creative people, you're real estate people, you're investors. I have a simple one-page application, okay? You need to be in business for 6 months. But like I said, you're all creative. So consequently, either yourself, your clients, or a lot of you have got people who are backing you. If you're in business for 6 months, if you're in business for 6 months, we can lend to you. All right, we will lend to you unsecured. It's a soft credit pull, and it's a matter of a couple of days, and we'll have an offer for you, and we can fund it in a couple of days. There's more to it. Happy to tell you about it. If you'd like to talk to me, I'll be hanging around afterwards, but don't bring the grass up.
Giddy up. Thank you, Ron. What we got next? Vendor.
Hold on, you said over here, I guess I'm gonna do ACS.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm David from ACS Roofing.
Residential and commercial roofing.
We also have insurance quoters. If you have any other questions, our cards are at the window.
All right.
Good job.
Only he's not a.
Yeah, he's not as masculine. I
Not
get it.
masculine.
So, vendors, what else we got? Everybody wants to plug something. Kayla, go ahead.
Hi, Kayla Joy from RC Heating and Cooling in Shelby Township. I am not gonna say the G word, but I can keep your tenants safe from your houses exploding. So call me if you guys want some maintenance on your furnaces. I know a lot of you don't put a lot of money into them, no offense. But give me a call, let us come do a maintenance, only $100.
Hey, time out. How much are your rental certifications, your having certs?
95.
95? Good, man. Not bad.
And it includes everything. And a full disclosure, and actually, the inspectors like me, so.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. What else we got? Go ahead.
Quick question, show of hands, who's got a refrigerator, washer, dryer?
Everyone.
Exactly, so whether it's for you, your tenants, whatever, at some point that fridge is gonna stop cooling, that washer is gonna start leaking, dryer is gonna make some noise. Give me a holler, Dave Dozier's Appliance Service, service all makes and models.
Thank you.
Let's go, Dave. Joseph?
Hey everybody, Joe with Michigan Mortgage Pro, preferred lender of the Monzo Group. I specialize in primary investment, purchase, refi, DSCR, portfolio, whatever you need. I got it. I got cards in the hallway. We'll talk afterwards. I am probably the only lender that does not say no. I am the one that everybody comes to fix things because I am creative. So we'll talk afterwards. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Joe.
I'm Maria with the Southeast Michigan Chamber. Hi, everyone.
Closer. We're here.
Yeah. Maria, Southeast Michigan Chamber of Commerce. Hi, everybody. I'm here to welcome you all to consider joining the chamber, but more so being a guest at our next luncheon, September 25th. If you haven't checked us out, I can give you a QR code to register. Come take a look at our 500 plus person attendees and bring your business cards, network with some of the best in the industries that you work closely with. And I want to plug this group. I've been coming for 2 years. I've met a lot of great people. I wish you guys all the best in business. Angela, you were fantastic. I almost want a copy of your PowerPoint to teach more people about Warren. But thank you, Maria. I'd be happy to talk to anyone afterwards.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, if you don't know, if you're a vendor here, if you show up here and you see these people in this room, probably 60% of them are showing up to chamber events. You know, if you're reaching out and you're networking and you're trying to build your business, you can't just build it in one place. I'd love to say that this is the only place to do it, but get involved in the chamber. They do a lot of favors for us and take care of a lot of people.
Thank you, Aaron.
Also, Monzo's is a sponsor, FYI.
Yes.
All right, who else we got?
Chris Holcomb, FH Construction Solutions. I know y'all have properties. We do full renovations, kitchens and baths, new construction, as well as new additions. So we have all the trades. Whatever you guys need done, we're here to serve you guys.
Thank you, Chris. Nobody.
Okay.
JC Garvin, BRS Property Management. For all you landlords that are tired of dealing with your tenants, keep me in mind, I can take care of the tenant side of you for you, and then all you have to do is just worry about getting your properties.
Thank you, Jason. Anybody else?
Testimony for Jason. He does handle all my rental properties.
Okay.
And he's been with him for about 3 years now. And seamless. Great job.
Thank you. We like testimony.
Checks in the mail.
Tracy Ross, TracyRoss.com for promotional and marketing products. If you want to give gifts to your teams, or you want to housewarming gifts, anything from fans to ballet slippers to high-end electronics, everything can be branded. And my name is spelled TracyRoss, and that's for promotional products. And if you can't find a good realtor here, I'm also working.
Thank you.
We clap for everybody else here. All right, we good? Investors, we good? Good. All right, all of our off-market properties are on insidersinventory.com. This is beta still, guys. Yes, I know it's clunky and it sucks, but there's some really damn good deals on there, okay? So check it out, insidersinventory.com. That's the QR code. Best part about it for you is if you have something you're thinking about selling, you can actually post it on there, okay? A little bit of free marketing, free advertising, all right?
For renting too?
No, not for renting. You want to rent something, you have to hire us to rent it, okay? 1 month, by the way.
Can you look at that?
We do. All right, so this here I'm going to be extremely vague with. I'm not going to go into detail. I will just say if somebody here is interested in investing in a redevelopment of a school in the area near the city that we've been talking about, come up to me afterwards. I'll give you a little bit more information about it, and we can kind of go from there. But it's going to be basically, think REIT, not syndication, REIT of some people coming together and redeveloping an opportunity that time has passed. Okay?
Sounds like a good time.
How much?
It is, yeah, it's a very, very lucrative opportunity with a little bit of elbow grease, to say the least.
How much investment?
For you?
Times two.
I wouldn't say times two. 1.5. 1.5.
There you go.
In all seriousness, we're probably looking at about at minimum $2 million worth of investment, and it wouldn't be that person's full weight. I would say the minimum investment would be $50,000, probably close to 100. Okay, but amazing opportunity, guys. All right, take something old and make it new again, and revitalize the community, and make money doing it here.
Where is it?
It's in very close proximity to the city of Warren.
Only I don't see this.
So it's Detroit?
It's not. No, it's in the suburbs. Very close proximity.
The grass is way too long.
Do the math. Right?
Yes. Yes. It might even encompass some parts of Warren eventually.
Who covers the grass on that?
Always covers the grass. No big deal. But guys, awesome opportunity. I'm being very, very serious. If it's something you want to talk about, I'll shed a little bit more information and a little bit of light on the idea. Okay. And it's something that would Wouldn't be rapid, probably about 3 months out, and the people you'd be partnered with would be extremely high net worth, intelligent people that know what the hell they're doing. Because if I wanted to just go like this, I could send it to a lot of people, but I'm asking the people in this room because I appreciate your guys' relationship and I want to give you guys first dibs on it.
Can you go back one slide so I can get that?
Sure. Go back one. This will not be put on this website, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? No worries. Eric, I think we need to, I gotta do like a 10-second pause for this.
Okay, get it. There's no pictures of Brian Hansen.
That's right.
No, just check pro letter.
Not yet.
I just touched one.
I'm not reading.
All
right, everybody got it? Let's go. Let's go. All right. Thank you. Thank you for coming. There's supposed to be one more thing on there. If we have, do we have any investors in the Richmond area? Raise a hand. No? Okay. That makes it easy, huh? No, it's not. Don't worry about it. If anybody wants to invest in Richmond, ask me later too, okay? And again, thank you very much to our speaker. I think she did an amazing job.
I can see why you got elected.
I've seen Ken throw things.